Hello everyone, we welcome you on the occasion of the International Women's Day, which is globally observed and celebrated today, that is March 8th. This day commemorates the social, cultural, economic and political achievements of women across the globe. The campaign theme for this year is Break the Bias. As we all know, bias, whether deliberate or actual, unconscious, it has always been a hindrance for women to move forward. We are very happy to have with us here a remarkable lady entrepreneur who has proved her mettle as a leader in a largely male-dominated textile industry. So please join us in welcoming Ms. Neha Jhunjhunwala, the Director of Sarla Performance Fibers. Hello Neha, it's a pleasure to have you with us here.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you for having me on this platform and thank you for your kind words.
Would you like to briefly introduce yourself and the company?
Sure. So I started working with Sarla Performance Fibers about more than a decade ago in 2010. Sarla is our family's business. It was started by my father, Neha Jhunjhunwala, in 1993. So more than 25 years ago. We're engaged in the manufacturing and marketing of nylon and polyester yarns. We have 3 manufacturing units in Silvassa, Dadra and Vapi. We began like any other textile company, working with commodity products. And over the years, my father consciously tried to move away from the generic trend of the Indian textile industry. And we chose a few key end applications like socks and hosiery, like elastic tapes for innerwear or activewear segment, industrial fabric applications, which uses a lot of high tenacity products. So we focused on these end applications and we built our product portfolio around it in such a way that today we stand as product leaders as well as have the largest capacity in these products. So say for example in nylon, we do a lot of nylon covered yarns where we cover the nylon with a lycra or a rubber or a spandex, and it's used extensively to give stretch in garments. Today we're the largest coverers out of India. More recently, in the last 2 years, we have invested heavily in an eco-friendly dyed nylon option, which has gained a lot of popularity and traction. We started with a small capacity of about 15 tons per day, and we have now doubled it to about 30 tons. Wow. So we're moving more towards value-added niche products. And while we're doing that, we have also over the years established a global footprint for ourselves where we're able to service customers better in the regions they are present in.
What are the secrets to your success?
I don't think they're really secrets, Radhika. I think we tend to overcomplicate things by using words like secrets. So I would say simple things like discipline and persistence in what you do, in what you believe in what you want to achieve can go a long way in helping anyone succeed. Very often what happens is we get tired, or we get bored, or we get discouraged, and we tend to quit. So don't do that. Take a break if you need to. Take a step back. Come back if you believe in it. Come back with a fresher perspective, and that I have seen has always generated success in the long run. I would also like to add one more point here, that in India we don't have a very formal culture, a culture for formal mentorship. And over the years I've had a lot of really good mentors who helped me both personally and professionally, and they've really shaped my perspective. So that is something that I would attribute to success.
What kind of culture exists in the organization and how did you establish it?
I think it's a family culture, Radhika, through and through. And it's something that started off very organically from the family. So my grandfather was a very spiritual person with very strong ideas and opinions. And when I joined the business, I remember him telling me something, and it rings so loudly, just as though he said it to me just yesterday. He said, when you hire someone, consider it a marriage. Choose the person very carefully, take your time. Once you hire them, just like they are loyal to you and your company, you be loyal to them as well. So that's how you build a family business with good, loyal people. And I hope to be able to inculcate learnings from that and take that forward while growing the business. So I think the simple statement says it all.
How did you persevere through the tough times that we have all faced recently?
So when you say the word tough times, a very interesting quote comes to my mind. It says that tough times create strong people, who in turn create easy times for the next generation. So I think it was my father and my grandfather who really had the tough times, and they've made it relatively easy for my brother and me. My father has created this beautiful foundation of a business, a very strong foundation. So I hope my brother and I can scale it up. But more specifically to tough times is something that we've all experienced recently through COVID, where everyone's business was affected in some way or the other. For us, we saw for the first time in our company's 25-year-old history where our plants were shut down for more than a month during a nationwide lockdown. And obviously global supply chains were disrupted. We were not able to ship material globally. And during this time, very interestingly, a lot of domestic companies who were earlier buying goods from overseas also faced similar supply disruptions. So it was a very beautiful need that was created, and we were able to fulfill that. And in the last 2 years, we have worked a lot with domestic customers and built up the domestic Indian supply chain and supported the domestic Indian supply chain. So now if you look at our numbers, they are much better than pre-COVID times. So while we have our export business back to stable growth, we also have a very thriving domestic business and domestic customers who are now partners with us.
What are some of the challenges that you faced catalyzing innovation?
It takes time, Radhika. I think that's the most challenging when it comes to innovation. It takes a lot of time for a new idea or a new product to actually scale up. I've personally experienced with one customer product development cycles going more than 3 years. So you can imagine the amount of time, the amount of investment, energy, patience that it requires, and obviously persistence that it requires to be able to continue through it and see it through till the end.
We will be having a short commercial break. Please stay with us. We will be back soon. Hello and welcome back. We are having a conversation with Ms. Neha Jhunjhunwala, Director of Sarla Performance Fibers. Please stay with us. Hello Neha.
Hi.
So, what are the entrepreneurial tricks that you have discovered to keep you focused and productive in your day-to-day busy schedule?
I think having a work and life balance is very important for me. It makes my work hours and my working day even more productive. Besides that, I think having multiple projects going on keeps things very interesting. So if there's ever a break or a lull in one project, you can move back to another, come back to this one with a fresher perspective. That's what helps me at least.
Switching between projects helps.
Yes.
Wonderful. What do you want to achieve next?
For Sarla, I would say we are a B2B company, and while we will remain a B2B company, I would like to have a broader focus to B2C, to consumers like us, because we're the ones who are finally making the decision. This, I believe, will give the brand more traction and ultimately lead to more sales.
And what would your tips be for an entrepreneur, for a growing company?
So for entrepreneurs, I would say take the time and find yourself a mentor. Very often we tend to believe that we don't need anyone, we're doing okay. And for the most part, that is true. With a mentor, what happens is you will be able to unlock potential that you didn't even know existed in you. So find someone who you can relate to, and I think that will go a long way. Besides that, I personally enjoy reading a lot. There are so many good books out there, and all written by ordinary people, especially good autobiographies. And these people have done some really amazing things in their life. So much to learn from them. So I think what I'm suggesting is keep learning. For me, the learning comes from reading, and for other people, it can come through meeting people, talking to people, or studying, doing online courses. So whatever it is, keep learning, as that will really help you grow.
Is there any special message that you would like to give to the audience on occasion of International Women's Day?
I would actually like to take this opportunity to throw some light on a topic that's very close to me. So, over the last 7 years or so, I have gained a lot of perspective through spirituality. And, like everyone else, I also had a lot of misconceptions about what it was and what it basically stands for. But now that I've understood it better, I would encourage everyone to find their spiritual foundation, whether it's through Buddhism, whether it's through art of living. For me personally, it's through ISKCON. It really helps give your life purpose, give your life meaning, and keep you grounded in your day-to-day life. So that's what I would hope that each and every person can find.
It was excellent of you to share your thoughts and your tips with us. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I hope all of you all enjoyed the show today. That was Ms. Neha Jhunjhunwala from Sarla Performance Fibers. And if you did like the program, please do subscribe, like, and share it. Thank you so much.